My name is Hira, and today I will be discussing the listening module with you. Today we will be covering an important question type, which is map based question. So let's get started with today's session. So, duration, as you all know, the overall test lasts for around 30 minutes. For paper based test, you will get 10 extra minutes to transfer your answers from question paper to the answer sheet. But for computer based, you get only 2 minutes to check your answers and submit it. There are 4 sections. Section 1 is a dialogue, social context. Section 2 is a monologue, social context. Section 3 is again a dialogue. It could also include more than 2 people, but the context is academic. Section 4 is again an academic lecture, but it is again a monologue. So that is something that we have already discussed in the overview video. Now there are the question types. First is the completion type questions, where you have form completion, note, table, and then sentence completion. Then you have short answer type questions. So for these question types, when you're transferring your answers, when you're writing the answers, you have to be particular about A, the word limit, B, the grammar. Are you using correct punctuation? Are you using the correct tense, correct form of the word, and so on? And number 3, spellings. So if you write a wrong spelling, even if it is a correct answer, you'll still be marked down. So this is where you actually produce the answer, even in listening or reading. So be very sure what are you writing. Next is labeling a diagram. Now labeling a diagram can again be of 2 kinds. One could be map or diagram labeling, where you just label it with the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on. And the other type of labeling is where you also write the answers. Then you have multiple choice questions, which are again of 2 types, multiple choice with single answer and multiple choice with multiple answers. Either your answer could be only 1, or it could be 2 correct answers from 6 options given to you, and so on. So we'll be discussing the multiple choice when we'll look at the question types individually. Then again, another completion type is summary completion and matching and classifying. We will take a look at matching and classifying separately, since it is the first section. So you are really pepped up and you're very energetic when you're actually solving the question. Now, how do you answer the listening question types is you don't get a lot of time for listening. So the amount of time that you get for each set of questions is 30 seconds only. So it's very important that you make use of those 30 seconds judiciously. Now, how you do that is identify the key information. Key information means what is the important information given that will help you solve the questions or find the answers. So in between the sessions, you have some time to look at the questions, read the options of it all they are given. So it is important before you actually start listening to the audios, read the question thoroughly. The questions may seem relatively simple, but it would surprise you how many students throw away easy marks. Be sure, especially for form completion, it is the easiest type. But still, there are tricks, there are distractors. Read the question carefully. What is the word limit? What is the question asking you to do? And one common thing for a person is to give one piece of information, then correct it later in the recording. If they do this, always write the second piece of corrected information also. How you can help yourself with listening as well as reading is prediction. So prediction is an important skill in all areas of IELTS listening. So it enables you not only to focus your brain on the area that you'll hear, but more importantly, not to focus on other areas. So that is the key. And while predicting, you should think about the synonyms. In the IELTS listening test, it is normal for you to read one word in the question but hear another word with the same meaning. For example, you may read cost but hear price. So this is a synonym. Sometimes what a lot of people do is they commit this mistake of looking for that word or listening for that word. So don't do that. You may hear someone making a hotel reservation and you have to note down the details. So the form may say arrival date, but what you hear is the day you arrive. So you should be clear that it is the same thing that I just read. The second, as I already told you, word limit. Be careful not to write too many words. because you are given specific instructions for the same. So you have instructions like no more than 2 words, or only 1 word, or no more than 3 words and or a number. If you write more than the specified word limit, you will lose marks. The next very important thing is grammar, noun, verb, adjective, adverb. So often it will be obvious which word form we need to use. If we use a different form of the word, we'll get the question wrong. Use those 30 seconds wisely by predicting what you are going to hear. Another important tip for listening is, when you are listening, follow the next word. Listen for the keywords, the words that you identified here at the first place. And lastly, underline while the recording is playing. This will help you listen to the keywords and match the meaning of the keywords with the question. Now let's begin with map-based questions. Now, map-based question could appear in any of the 4 listening sections, but most likely it appears in section 2. So in section 2, you will listen to just one person talking about a non-academic topic, and it's often, someone giving information to an audience about an event or showing them around a building, such as, a library, a university, a hotel. By the time you reach section 2, you had already completed section 1. So please expect it to be a little difficult than section 1, because it's going to be. Now, when you're answering the question, most importantly, you should study the map or plan carefully before you listen. What kind of map is it? Map of what? Is it a library? Is it a city? Is it a university, hotel? What is it? Then, which are the major landmarks on the map? Any landmarks given, definitely there would be some labeling done already on the map. So that's going to be of help, because the audio is going to use all that information. Is there the entrance given or not? Are there any directions given or not, like north, east, west, south? What is in the center of the map? And many times you are given this phrase, you are here. So if something like this is written in the map, it is important that you pay attention to it, because the speaker is going to make a note of that. You are here. So you are at, let's say, the entrance, or you are at the reception, or you are at the far side, you are at the far north, you are at the southwest. So all that. Before you go to a simple listening exercise, you should also be well versed with the map-based vocabulary. So A, it has to be the prepositions of place and the prepositions of direction. Secondly, there are some direction words like right, left, southwest, corner, round, all that. So I'm just going to read out these words to you. Please make a note of them and try to write their meanings. What do they exactly mean? In front of, beside. Please don't confuse it with besides, because it is not that. Between, to the left of, to the right of, next to, adjacent to, opposite, clockwise or anti-clockwise, a little beyond, under, north, east, west, south. And there is also combination of these, like southwest, northeast, through, from, and the prepositions at, on, in, by, close to, across, far side, before you get to the. So this is something that is really specific to listening audio. Before you get to this, you wait. So you just wait a little before reaching to that actual destination. Southwest corner, just past, round. Now let us look at a map-based question. This is the question that we have in front of us. It's there is single audio but 2 question types. So 11 to 14 was one question type, which I'm not going to cover in this video, but 15 to 20 are based on this map based question. What we see here in this picture is there is a car park, then this is a circle, and there is a small index given over here. So this slightly hyphenated line is the footpath, and this standing lines are the bamboo fences. So we must identify all the things that are given already. So these are the landmarks plus the index that has been given. These are the fruit bushes. This is island. This looks like bicycle track. I know it's a little blurred, but try to pay attention to it. And if you look at this, it is a map labeling question. So we have questions from 15 to 20. 15 is vegetable beds, beehive, seating, adventure playground, sand area, and the pond, right? And over here in the map, we see that it is labeled alphabetically. So which one shall we hear first? Are we going to pay attention to the alphabets or to the numbers? So it is always the numbers that we pay attention to. So first of all, we are going to get the answer for the vegetable beds. Then we'll get it for beehives and so on till the pond. So now I'm going to play the audio. Try to mark the answers from 15 to 20, and the answers will always be in the form of alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Let me just play the audio.
Does everyone have a copy of the plan? Oh, great. Okay. We'll all be meeting in the car park. That's on the bottom of the plan. See? Now, if you've been assigned to the vegetable beds, to get there, you go out of the car park and go up the footpath until you reach the circle of trees. There they are, in the middle of the plan. And you see that the footpath goes all the way around them. Well, on the left-hand side of that circular footpath, there's a short track which takes you directly to the vegetable beds. You can see a bamboo fence marked just above them. All right?
Just above them, right? So
okay.
G.
If you're helping out with the beehives, pay attention. Look again at the circle of trees in the middle of the plan and the footpath that goes around them. On the right side of that circle, you can see that the footpath goes off in an easterly direction, heading towards the right-hand side of the plan. And then the path splits into two, and you can either go up or down. You want the path that heads down. And at the end of this, you see two areas divided by a bamboo fence. And as we're looking at the plan, the beehives are on the right of the fence. The smaller section, I mean.
I.
Now, don't worry, all the bees have been removed. You just need to transport the hives back to the car park.
So this was fairly simple, as it was told to you that the speaker is going to mention to the "you are here" or to the car park all the landmarks that are already there, right? And one more important thing is you always look at the plan as it is. You don't feel that is it going to be my right or is it going to be the speaker's right. You look at the plan as it is. So if it is mentioning right, you have to go in this direction. If it is left, then it has to be this direction only. So for vegetable beds, the correct answer is G, because she said the bamboo fences are just above them. So it has to be G. And for the beehives, she said go right and take the one that goes down. And there she means the smaller area, which is I. So now I'm not going to tell you the answers for 17 to 20. I want you to mark the answers yourself. Playing the audio for you. Listen to it carefully for answers from 17 to 20.
Okay, for the seating, look at the circular footpath. At the top of it, there's a path that goes from there and takes you up to the seating area, alongside the bicycle track, and with a good view of the island, I suppose. Okay, if you're volunteering for the adventure playground area, let's start from the car park again and go up the footpath, but then you want the first left turn. Go up there and then you see there's a short path that goes off to the right. Go down there and that's the adventure playground area, above the bamboo fence. That fence does need repairing, I'm afraid. Right, what else? Oh yes, the sand area. We've got that circular footpath in the middle. Find the track that goes east, towards the right-hand side of the plan. And where that track divides, you need the little path that goes up towards the bicycle track. The sand area is just above the bamboo fence there. And finally, the pond area. So, it's on the left-hand side of your plan, towards the top, just above the fruit bushes and to the left of the little path.
So let's find out the answers. Okay, so the answers are for 15th it is G, for 16th it is I, for 17th, which is the seating area, it is B, this one. For 18th it is E, this one. And for 19th it is C, and for 20th it is A, which is this one. So I hope you have understood. Do practice more with listening map based question because they are quite important and they definitely come in the test. So do practice them, and I'll soon come up with the next class. Till then, take care and stay safe. Bye bye.